friends! So for my 10th birthday party, my friends came over and we had a Dairy Queen ice cream cake. I opened presents and then my parents herded us all onto the back porch to grab a red Solo cup each, fill it in with a scoop of dirt, make a hole to the first knuckle of our index finger, and drop in a few carrot seeds. It was a lot of fun to watch the little green top sprout up saying, "Hello, I'm here, I'm going to make you a wonderful carrot." But maybe from some too eager watering, or just not having enough space and being choked up in that plastic cup, before it could ever become a delicious root vegetable, it shriveled up and died. In other news, I recently made a temporary move from my job that requires me to spend the next half a dozen months in a city in the desert that I'd never even visited before a week ago. I got here and I unpacked my air mattress and I sat in this little concrete cube alone with the pictures falling off my wall because the tape wouldn't stick, thinking, where the hell am I and what have I done? It's not the first time I've done something like this, but it never gets easier. Maybe it gets more difficult every time, but whenever I find myself somewhere new, I remember that thing that we all get told by our first grade teachers, right? Bloom where you're planted. It's a thing they tell children in Catholic school to teach them that they can be good and helpful and useful wherever they go. Bloom in the cracks in the sidewalk, bloom in a tiny plastic cup. But things don't exactly bloom here. Bloom where you're planted, that's easy to say when you move to an actual literal rainforest. But it's sometimes a phrase that kind of robs you of your agency, right? As plant metaphors go, I prefer the David Bazan lyric, "All fallen leaves should curse their branches for not letting them decide where they should fall." I packed up and rolled out here before I even knew what I had signed up for. I drove into town thinking, don't tell me I'm seriously supposed to struggle down roots here in a city dropped into the desert where people survive every day despite being about as meant to live here as we are on Mars. The plants here aren't pretty, they're few and far between. They're small and dusty and toughened up from the sun. They're tenacious motherfuckers that don't bloom here just because that's where they were planted, but because this land is not for everyone and they're the only ones who manage to survive. And will I bloom here? I have no idea. So in the comments, I'd like to know, what do you do when you're really, really homesick? If you like this video, you can consider subscribing if you're so inclined. You can also find me on all my social medias in the links below, and I will see you next week. Bye.